It's a beautiful Friday evening coming to you live from Nairobi, Kenya. This is Friday to Top Stories this evening. Kenya Party gets the bragging rights. Wafula Wakoli's win in the Bungoma SIGNET seat, trouncing UDA's Mabonga and Wafula Omonyinyi of Azimio.
Unfortunately, or by design, we only have a leader at a time. And yours truly, I want to welcome you all that we work together in this journey of making Bungoma a better place.
The lead council should by end of Monday, 12th December, should file and serve electronically the rest of the evidence that he has.
Also tonight, Cherera 4 to be probed individually as the Aggrey Muchelule-led tribunal set to start its proceedings on December 20th. Plus, Kenya joins the world in marking Anti-Corruption Day, with the SEC now saying it has recovered assets worth 6.2 billion Kenyan shillings.
The trajectory we are taking as a commission and also agencies involved in the fight against corruption.
Good evening. Catherine Simolo is on the sign language docket, and I'm yours truly, Stanley Herington, at the top story this evening. The 4 suspended IEBC commissioners will be investigated individually. This is according to the Justice Aggrey Muchelule-led tribunal. Now, the tribunal, which is investigating the conduct of the 4 commissioners in the August elections, has also said that the proceedings will officially begin on the 20th of December 2022. Take a look. The wheels are turning for the ultimate fate of the 4 suspended IEBC commissioners who are on the heat of allegations of gross misconduct and violation of the Constitution, with the official proceedings of their case set to begin on the 20th of December 2022, according to the chairperson of the tribunal, Justice Aggrey Muchelule.
The lead counsel should by end of Monday, 12th December, should file and serve electronically the rest of the evidence that he has.
Speaking in Nairobi Friday, Muchelule also noted that the 4 commissioners will be investigated individually. This is despite 3 of them, namely Juliana Cherera, Francis Wanderi and Justice Nyang'ai, having tendered their resignation.
We will proceed and inquire into the allegations that were contained in the petition as conveyed to us.
Following a petition filed at the High Court by suspended IEBC Commissioner Irene Masit through her lawyer Donald Kipkorir, seeking to squash the proceedings against her, the Muchelule-led tribunal has said that they will continue with their mandate as it awaits for the court's induction.
It may only be good order again, and again the same thing on substantial justice, that we defer taking directions until after 19th. Once we know what the trial judge will direct on 19th of December.
At the same time, Muchelule has also refuted claims made by Commissioner Masit that she is being coerced to resign.
It's a rumor, one of those rumors. So you as will treat it as a rumor because there's nothing really factually placed before us. If you tell us that so and so by name, because we go by name, has asked or is putting pressure on a commissioner to resign, then we can deal with it.
The 4 dissenting commissioners had on 15th August opposed the presidential results announced by IEBC chairperson Wafula Chebukati.
Thank you very much.
The tribunal consists of 3 other members, including Caroline Kamende Daudi, Matthew Njaraba Nyabena, and retired Colonel Said Hamid. Right now, in politics, Ford Kenya's Wafula Wakoli has won the Bungoma Senate seat, trouncing his closest rival, Mwambu Mabonga of the UDA party. Wakoli, who was the personal assistant to National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula, garnered 66,032 votes in a hotly contested race. The seat fell vacant following the resignation of Moses Wetangula following his election as National Assembly Speaker. This story was produced by Wanji Sostin.
National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula's long-term aide Wafula Wakoli is the Bungoma County Senator-elect after he was declared the winner in the election that was conducted yesterday.
David Wakoli Wafula, 66,032. Atnas Misihu Wafula Wamunyinyi, 20,519. Therefore, I call upon David Wakoli Wafula, he had the most votes, to come forward for his certificate.
Wakoli garnered 66,032. Former Bumula MP Moses Mwambu Mabonga of UDA came second with 45,907 votes, while former Kandui MP Wafula Wamunyinyi of Azimio came third with 20,529 votes. Julius Masinde got 1,009 votes, and the remaining 7 got below 1,000 votes.
Unfortunately, or by design, we only have a leader at a time. And yours truly, I want to welcome you all that we work together in this journey of making Bungoma a better place, a county that embraces dialogue, consensus and teamwork.
Kura hii imeonyesha kwamba inawezekana Bungoma kuja pamoja, inawezekana mtu Mluya kuja pamoja. Musalia Mudavadi kukuja hapa na kusimama na candidate wetu wa Ford Kenya ilikuwa statement enough ya kwamba finally we are together. Finally Mluya ako pamoja.
Moses Masika Wetangula ndio kiongozi wa jamii hii, na imedhibitika wazi hakuna mtu mwingine atakuja kubagei na hii jamii bila Moses Masika Wetangula.
Speaking shortly after being awarded his certificate, Wakoli pledged to unite all leaders across the political divide.
Alikuwa namba moja katika kutoaji miswada, kuchanganua hoja, kuunganisha Senate na kukabiliana na serikali dhalimu iliyokuwepo ya Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta. Mimi ninaanzia hapo safari yangu kwamba yeye kama mwelekezi wangu, mwalimu na party leader wangu na viongozi niko nao hapa kuhakikisha kwamba tunasukuma agenda hiyo kutoka kule ambako speaker aliwachia, kama ni kutunga sheria, kama ni kuweka msasa matumizi ya pesa katika county na serikali ya kitaifa, mustakabali wetu kama nchi na nchi za kigeni. Hayo ndio mambo ambayo naenda kushughulikia.
Wakoli's win has sent Mwambu Mabonga and Wafula Wamunyinyi in political oblivion after failing to make it for the second time in a span of 4 months. Mwambu Mabonga, who was UDA flag bearer, has conceded defeat and congratulated Senator-elect Wafula Wakoli, citing election malpractices that were witnessed during the by-election.
We witnessed a bit of violence in my backyard, Bumula, Kapchai and Tongaren. Especially in Tongaren, my agents were chased away, but that is the game of politics. I am here as a candidate of UDA to accept the results and congratulate Senator-elect Wafula Wakoli. We pray that he will serve the Bungoma people equally. Most importantly, nimesikia wakisema this is a stronghold of a party, of their party Ford Kenya. That's a lie. And you watch this space. You remember we've been fighting against the political giants of this region.
Right now, let's jump to some education matters. And President William Ruto has pledged to support institutions of higher learning to help them overcome the challenges they are facing. Speaking at the Masinde Muliro University in Kakamega County during the institution's 18th graduation ceremony, the head of state said his government will work with institutions of higher learning to strengthen them. He has also challenged institutions of higher learning to adopt scientific techniques that will help them stay afloat.
And transform it, actualize all the skills and competencies.
Institutions of higher learning like Masinde Muliro and all our other universities should be the confluence of all our communities and the convergence of our cultures and traditions and the epitome of academic excellence and not ethnic conclaves. We are looking forward to the universities and other institutions of higher learning being the hub of the development of our human capital, the most precious asset that we have as a nation. I expect institutions of higher learning like Masinde Muliro not only to train, but to also focus on how the men and women they train will find opportunities locally, regionally, and internationally.
To those of you who are graduating, and you are the people who have made us come here, and we are extremely proud of you, I advise you to practice what we have taught you.
My most sincere gratitude goes to the MUST leadership for this honorary doctorate. I promise to live up to the ideals and expectations of the honor.
Right, and still on some graduation mood, Mount Kenya University today churned out at least 4,500 graduates who graduated at the institution during its 22nd graduation ceremony held at the Happy Valley grounds in Thika, Kiambu County under the theme Higher Education as a Factor for Reduced Inequalities. The campus has initiated programs that will address challenges facing the job market. Paul Kirobi with more.
With the changing dynamics in the job market, a number of universities will have to initiate programs that will aid thousands of graduates who are churned out every year. Today, at least 4,500 graduates graduated at the Mount Kenya University under the theme Higher Education as a Factor for Reduced Inequalities. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Degracius Jaganyi, confirmed initiating programs that will help address inequalities, at the same time provide skills and help students secure opportunities in the fast emerging digital market.
MKU has been offering a JIRA digital skills training, and several students have benefited from the program. This has assisted them in competing favorably for online job opportunities. The University Senate has approved 2 new programs: the Master of Science in Crop Protection and Phytosanitary Science and the Diploma in Animal Health and Production Upgrading. In the same period, the University Senate also approved a revised curriculum for Bachelor of Science in Animal Health.
This comes at the backdrop of the fast-growing digital media that has so far tilted the job market. Professor Simon Gisharu urged the graduates to look for opportunities beyond the country.
Take advantage of this, and let us not just look at Kenya for opportunities. Let us also look broad in terms of where we can be able to get. Let us not fear, because fear puts us back to our villages. Let us move out and look for these opportunities. Let us look at what this German market healthcare partnership is all about, and then let us go out there and get these opportunities.
Even within countries, and of course between countries and between regions. As an economist myself, there's very strong correlation between countries that have low degrees of inequality and high economic growth.
According to statistics, around 562,000 students were enrolled in universities in Kenya during the academic year 2021-2022. The number increased from roughly 546,700 in 2020-2021. The growth by nearly 3% was related to an expansion in the number of government-sponsored students. The Secretary General East African Community, Dr. Peter Mathuki, calling on the African leaders to change the continent's dynamics to ensure fresh graduates fit in the outside world.
Africa, with a population of 1.5 billion people, and with an estimated GDP of about 3.5 trillion actually US dollars, it will require human capacity to take advantage of this and make Africa the deal in the world. As we speak, every part of the world, they look upon Africa in different lenses. And we are seeing in Africa as if Africa is indeed an isolated continent.
The graduates have been urged to create a difference in the society as they pursue their career goals. Paul Kerobi, TV47.
Well, on behalf of TV47, kudos to all the graduates. You're probably wearing your gown right now and just, filling your mouth with some boozes and cuckoos, but congrats anyway. Now to some one graft. The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, has reiterated its firm stand over subjecting public officials to wealth audits in a bid to eradicate corruption in the country. Speaking during the 2022 International Anti-Corruption Day at the Kenya School of Government, Deputy CEO Abdi Mohamud noted that the major driver of corruption in the country are individuals who desire to acquire wealth illegally for their personal interests, terming public officials as the major perpetrators of the vice. Mohamud also revealed that the Commission has recovered assets worth 6 billion Kenyan shillings in the 2022 year, adding that it is half the Commission's budget, hence the need to fast-track the war on corruption. Attorney General Justin Muturi, who attended the commemoration ceremony, said that the government should enforce a law that will see Kenyans singing the anti-corruption anthem immediately after the national anthem.
Our request for all of us and for Kenyans is to come together and fight corruption. We are putting enforcement, which we are doing very well. People are in courts. We are recovering the resources, but there is a little too much left out there to recover. What we need is a concerted effort in engineering our value system so that we have good people. I'm struggling with this concept that a concerted effort towards a value-based initiative to secure the future of our country. How many people are ready for that?
Right now to some sad news. A family in Flamingo area in Nakuru County is reeling in shock following the death of their kin whose body was found inside a bathroom in Saudi Arabia. Judy Athiambo left the country in search of greener pasture in the Gulf country as a house help, but realized later that the contract was not friendly and changed her mind. She was planning to return back home when her body was found inside a bathroom in the Saudi embassy. Here is Chichi Josephine with more.
The body of 37-year-old Judy Athiambo, a mother of 4, has been lying in a mortuary in Saudi Arabia for over 2 weeks now, with a source indicating that her body was found lying inside a bathroom. Athiambo, who was the sole breadwinner in her family and the only hope to her sick mother, is said to have fell in one of the bathrooms in the Saudi embassy as she was among the team waiting to travel back to Kenya following her dissatisfaction with her job contract.
Tulipata tu ripoti Judith ameenda kwa bafu kuoga na kaanguka na kafariki. Sasa tunataka kujua ni nini kilifanyika siku hiyo hadi Judith akaaga dunia. Tunahisi uchungu sana. Judith alikuwa kwa breadwinner, alikuwa anasaidia mama yake, ameacha watoto wachanga.
According to the family spokesperson Vincent Oduor, there were no clear reports from the recruitment agency and they proceeded to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Department of Diaspora, where reports hazarded that Judy had died, but in unclear circumstances.
It is so unclear to us because so I was with the agents. I went to the offices and also I went to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I saw the documentation. Judith, according to the health records, she had a clean bill of health. So even the agent himself, in fact, they were telling me that's why they delayed breaking the information to the family because they didn't know what really happened.
Her husband, George Otieno, says he was in touch with his wife until the last call she made to him and talked to her 4 children, and the next time she heard of her was the reports of her demise.
Alafu tena kitu ya kwanza nataka kujua kifo yake kilitokea aje. Jasikia mwisho tukiongea naye ilikuwa last week on Sunday usiku. Akapiga simu akaongea na watoto wake. Akamwambia penye alienda kutafuta kazi wa kusikizana na utajiri, akarudi kwa embassy ya Kenya. Huko wakamuhold almost 2 months. 2 months. Akisema anarudi. Nikauliza watoto tena, kwani wamenyo arudi? What's going on? Sasa hapo mimi sijui nini inaendelea hapo.
The family now wants the government to investigate the matter to ascertain the cause of her death, as they call on the government to be more proactive in safeguarding the welfare of its citizens in the Gulf countries.
Just unfortunately alikufa
Na we appeal to the government ili wakaweze kufanya uchunguzi kujua vile Judy alikufa. Na si yeye peke yake, kwa sababu tumesikia watu wengi wasichana wanaenda huko na wengi wanarudi wakiwa kwa sanduku. So we are wondering what is happening there.
Chichi Josephine, TV 47.
Indeed, quite some sad news right there in Nakuru, and definitely, hopefully, the relevant authorities will take stern and immediate action on that. Now, a special feature tonight. The high cost of treatment in the country has proven to be a thorn in the flesh, especially for middle-low-income families, as many try to strike the balance between health and wealth. Focus has since shifted to the competition between public and private health facilities, where public hospitals grapple with the lack of enough labor and vital medical equipment, whereas private facilities charge more for quality health services. Our health reporter, Elizabeth Atieno, caught up with a family in Nairobi's Tasia area who were forced to surrender 2 title deeds as a surety of a 7.4 million Kenyan shillings debt payment after brain tumor surgery performed on the kin.
The Universal Health Coverage Scheme launched by former President Uhuru Kenyatta was aimed at ensuring that all individuals and communities receive quality health services without suffering financial hardship. However, the program's implementation appears to be facing a myriad of challenges as some Kenyans continue to bear the financial burden in accessing vital healthcare services.
The main purpose, as we talk about, UHC, the main purpose is to be there especially for those who would not have been able to afford. And as you know, the definition of UHC, care that you need without suffering financial hardship.
At the rooftop of this 6-story building located in Nairobi's Tasia area, we meet 44-year-old Shadrach Musili submerged in deep thoughts. Musili is the husband to 47-year-old Felista Wayua, a mother of 3. Felista is currently on home-based care and treatment. It all began as a minor hearing problem in March this year.
Tukaenda another hospital ilikuwa Upper Hill. Tulipoenda Upper Hill wakatuambia the here sikio limekosa senses ya kusikia.
In May this year, Musili accompanied his wife Felista to hospital where doctors confirmed that she had a brain tumor which needed urgent surgery.
So walipopata akona shida ya brain tumor wakatuambia hawawezi wakamtibu.
Fully aware that time was not on his side, Musili visited a number of public hospitals in Nairobi to have his wife treated at an affordable price, but his efforts proved futile since some of the hospitals lacked required medical equipment, with some doctors allegedly trying to evade the procedure, terming it too delicate for a public facility to handle. He was then advised to seek help at one of the private facilities in the city.
Nilikuwa nafikiria kama mke wangu anaweza pata matibabu kwa public hospital, kwa maana nilikuwa najua itakuwa less expensive, lakini ikasindikana.
Musili was forced to bow down to pressure and transfer his wife to the private facility, where the surgical procedure was carried out successfully on the 25th of June, but the total hospital bill accrued to 9 million Kenya shillings after she was forced to remain admitted for 4 months, awaiting recovery.
So kutoka hapo ikawa bill ilikuwa imefika 9 almost 10 million. Ikawa hawezi wakamwachilia. So wakati walimwachilia ikawa lazima niwapatie surety ya vile nitawalipa, ndio nikaweza kuwapatia title deed ambao nilipewa na my dad na ingine ni ya rafiki yangu, ndio nikaweza kuwapelekea na tukaandikiana niwalipe within 2 years. So ile balance ni wananidai ni 7 million and 43,000.
He was able to get 1.7 million Kenyan shillings from one of the insurance companies and 510,000 Kenyan shillings from NHIF.
Kwa maoni yangu, NHIF nilikuwa nafikiria hata kama italipa kidogo itafikisha milioni 2, lakini haikuwezekana.
It's been hard for my dad, for us. Pia mamangu, like she was a teacher. Sasa hii haizienda shule juu condition yake imruhusu.
In the financial year 2021-2022, Nairobi County spent a total of 122.7 million Kenya shillings on the purchase of health commodities, 42.7 million Kenya shillings on the purchase of drugs, 56.6 million Kenya shillings was spent on the purchase of non-pharmaceuticals, a further 12.3 million Kenya shillings was spent on laboratory supplies, and 10.9 million Kenya shillings was spent on X-ray supplies.
And I'll tell you for a fact, it doesn't matter which part of the world, no one can carry the cost of healthcare on their own.
In 2017, a section of representatives from the private hospitals in the country decried unfair competition from the government, saying they were unable to compete on the basis of fees charged to patients due to their cost structure. They, however, argued that financial access is more than just the cost of service, but more about the quality of service received per cost, which means patients, just like Felisa Wayua, may be willing to pay higher cost for a higher guarantee of success. Elizabeth Atieno, TV47, Nairobi.
Thank you, Elizabeth Atieno, for sharing that particular story out, and hopefully they will get the assistance that they duly need. And to some other matters, a school head and her deputy have been arrested in Elgeyo Marakwet County over allegations of exam malpractice. The two are being held at Iten Police Station. This coming just days after the Kenya National Examinations Council announced a raft of new measures to curb cheating. Sylvia Nyongesa reports.
As the first week of the KCSE examinations conclude, questions of the examiner's ability to curb mischief during the exercise have come up as more cases of alleged irregularities continue to be reported across the country. The most recent case has been reported at Anin Girls Secondary School in Elgeyo Marakwet County. According to Elgeyo Marakwet County Commissioner John Korir, who spoke to TV47 on phone, the management of Anin Girls Secondary School Exam Center has already been changed and examinations are going on as scheduled.
Arrested the center manager and the deputy, and they are assisting the police in investigation. Once we are through with the investigation, they'll appear before court. The manager and the deputy have been replaced, and the examination is moving on smoothly.
This comes 2 days after Onsokoroi Secondary School principal in Transmara West and 7 others were also arrested for exam malpractice. In this year's exams, cases of examination irregularities were recorded from the first day of exams when 29 mobile phones were confiscated at a school in Garissa County. Kenya National Examinations Council Chief Executive Officer Dr. David Nyengere warning that the culprits would face legal action.
We have managed to start the exam at the expected time after opening the containers at 7. In the past, we've been opening at 6, so that gives the centers too much time with the exam papers, and those who want to play mischief, then they have a whole hour to do those things. We are vigilant across the country to make sure that we handle the question of phones which are not supposed to be in the examination centers.
As KCSE enters day 6, cases of exam malpractice continue to rise, with stakeholders urging the government to put measures in place that will curb such cases in future. Sylvia Nyongesa, TV47.
Now, Kenya has handed over the presidency of the Organization of African, Caribbean and Pacific States, or SCPS, to Angola after 2 years at the helm of the intercontinental body. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua handed over officially to Angolan President João Manuel González Lourenço at the opening of the 10th summit of the OSCPS in the capital Luanda on behalf of President William Ruto. Now, ahead of the opening, Deputy President held bilateral talks with the Angolan President on common areas of interest in deepening cooperation between the countries. Gachagua delivered a special message from President Ruto to President Lourenço. Kenya took over the presidency of the 79-member organization in 2019 when the 9th summit was held in Nairobi. The Angolan summit marks the first physical meeting after the disruption by COVID-19. Delivering the keynote address, Kenya lauded the OSCPS for creating a diaspora engagement platform for its respective citizens.
This transformed us into a fully fledged international organization with the aspiration to be an advocate for global solidarity and a staunch supporter of multilateralism. This is further reiterated by implementation of the Nairobi Guvia Pamoja Declaration. Further, the first extraordinary inter-sessional summit of the OACPS heads of state and government sought to identify opportunities.
Right, on that note, we take a short break. Coming up, some sports news for you.
How well do you know what's happening around you? Morning Cafe with heated political debates. Baraza la Siasa.
Hiyo kitu azungumzie, angalie hali ya maisha ya watu.
Informative health discussions. Business, farming. Tasty Wednesday, Fitness Thursday, and Feel Good Friday with amazing DJs, celebs,
waimbaji, kuna comedians, alafu kuna wajinga,
and music bands every Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. How well do you know what's happening around you? Morning Cafe with heated political debates. Baraza la Siasa.
Hiyo kitu azungumzie, angalie hali ya maisha ya watu.
Informative health discussions. Business, farming. Tasty Wednesday, Fitness Thursday, and Feel Good Friday with amazing DJs, celebs,
waimbaji, kuna comedians, alafu kuna wajinga,
and music bands every Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
It is quickly absorbed deep into the skin to give optimal.
How well do you know what's happening around you? Morning Cafe with heated political debates. Baraza la Siasa.
Hiyo kitu azungumzie, angalie hali ya maisha ya watu.
Informative health discussions. Business, farming. Tasty Wednesday, Fitness Thursday, and Feel Good Friday with amazing DJs, celebs,
waimbaji, kuna comedians, alafu kuna wajinga,
and music bands every Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. How well do you know what's happening around you? Morning Cafe with heated political debates. Baraza la Siasa.
Hiyo kitu azungumzie, angalie hali ya maisha ya
kupata
watu.
loan ya kwanza 80,000 nikanunua mashini ya kwanza.
Nilienda nikapewa pesa ya loan, nikanunua ng'ombe, nikaongeza sababu nilikuwa na moja.
DStv that year's journey has been a game changer to all our members.
We got 40 million from TAI with easy payment terms. I will not hesitate to recommend TAI to any business person.
Discover a world full of opportunities, a place to build your skill and see the world in a different perspective. Sensei Institute of Technology is the home to the best practical courses, giving you hands-on experience to handle the world. We offer courses such as plant operator, plant mechanics, driving and trailer driving, CCTV and alarm installation, solar installation, electrical installation, motor vehicle mechanics and electronics, building construction technology, welding fabrication, roads and dam construction, hospitality courses, and many more. For you to join us, ensure you have your national ID card and be ready to enjoy the ride.
Remember, my skills, my future at Sensei.
Sensei College, my skills, my future.
Do you dream of working in Germany as a health practitioner? Mount Kenya University, through its affiliate, Equip Africa Institute, has partnered with Hochschule Koblenz University of Applied Sciences, Germany, to train you in healthcare assistant for German hospitals. The training, which targets those who have cleared KCSE and have proficiency in German, will be conducted in 2 semesters, with successful candidates being guaranteed apprenticeship and job opportunities in partner German hospitals. January intake is in progress.
TRISEM School of Medical Health Science and Technology is a premier training institute for market-driven courses. With state-of-the-art facilities, competent and dedicated members of staff, and linkages with the medical industry, you are assured of a bright future when you study with us. Enroll
Thank you for staying with your #1 home of untold stories. Let me update you on some more stories right here. Now, family in Nambale, Busia County is crying for justice after their king was murdered and his body found in a bush. The deceased is said to have left home for work, never to return again. Nation Kabale reports.
Emotions ran high in Madua village, Nambale, Busia County, after the body of 42-year-old man Alex Okumu was found in bush. According to Daniel Obanya, a brother to the deceased, Alex left home on Monday for his daily activities but did not return even after notifying them that he will be late that day.
Ikafika saa 8 ikawa ako tu town, but ilipofika saa 11:30 akapigia ndugu yangu ambaye anamfuata anaitwa Isaac Mangoli simu ya kwamba ako Kisoko na ako na mtu Kisoko, lakini atakuja kuchelewa, kwa hivyo Isaac andaye mtoto afanye nini, amkamulie ng'ombe.
Family members say that they became worried when he failed to return home for the 3rd day.
Achukua jukumu, tukaanza kumtafuta kwa ile hali tusia kujua kwamba ameenda wapi, kwa sababu si mtu wa kutoka, na tukajua kwamba atarudi. Ilipofika Tuesday jioni atukalala, kufika Wednesday ambapo ni jana tena tukarudi Kisoko ili tujulie wale ambao na dance nao ama trainer wao ako wapi.
After a thorough search, his brother together with the neighbors found his mutilated body on the bank of River Walatsi.
Kichwa ilikuwa imekatwa nyuma huku na mbele hapa yote imetoboka kabisa, hinzi ziko ndani.
The residents have strongly condemned the act, urging the police to bring the killers to book.
Ni heri chunguzwe vile ndugu yake amesema, ili idumishwe tupate ukweli ni nini ambao kinafanya vijana wetu. Hayo tu ndio tutaweza kujua.